Hey YouTube, so today guys, I have a pretty cool story here. So basically, the head developer, Monolith Soft, obviously we all know who he is by now, Tetsuya Takahashi. He had this interview recently with Game Reactor. So Game Reactor is the company that Tetsuya Takahashi had this interview with, and he says some pretty big things. But there is one quote I do want to mention. He obviously has to admit that Xenoblade Chronicles X is definitely it's definitely not like Xenoblade Chronicles in terms of a traditional JRPG. He says this game is definitely a far departure from a JRPG game. This is really the first open world game to come from Japan in terms of an RPG-like franchise, JRPG-like franchise, you know what I'm saying? So he understands that Xenoblade Chronicles X definitely has a lot of differences, right, than Xenoblade Chronicles. So with the quote we have down here, it's really good. He says, Japanese users who played Xenoblade Chronicles X said they enjoyed a more story-driven type of game. I would have to agree. So, if we had the opportunity to make another game in the series, I'd like to make another typical JRPG style game like Xenoblade Chronicles again. That's some pretty big news, guys, because overall what he's trying to say is he actually kind of wants to make another Xenoblade Chronicles game. That's pretty cool news, right? I mean, he's basically saying right here that he wants to make it. So, hopefully, Nintendo will allow him to make it. Because, guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed with Xenoblade Chronicles X in terms of what I'm hearing in terms of reviews. I don't have the game yet. I actually pre-ordered it, and it was shipped. Yes, I actually pre-ordered Xenoblade Chronicles X. But I'll be honest with you, when I bought the game, I was kind of hoping it would be like Xenoblade Chronicles in terms of story. Hearing that the story is much more dumbed down was kind of I'm a little kind of frustrated now that I pre-ordered the game. I was expecting this game to be just like Xenoblade Chronicles. But overall, he says if he does want to make a third game in the series, and he says he would like to return to the original style of Xenoblade Chronicles. So that's really good news. That's really the game I should have pre-ordered. Maybe in 5 years, 10 years from now, whenever he decides to make that game. But overall, I'm still excited for Xenoblade Chronicles X. But hearing that the story is dumbed down is definitely something I'm kind of frustrated about. Because I'll be honest with you, story is very important to me. Like honestly, I'm gonna start not buying like major Nintendo games at this point because Nintendo does not want to give you story in their video games. And for me, I need a purpose for playing a video game. That's just me. Even if the story is not that good, I just need some sort of basic, plot to get me going. So I'm at the point now where I'm starting to skip Nintendo games because there's no story. That's the type of person I am. I value story over. I value gameplay too. But for some reason, I just value story a lot. So at least Xenoblade Chronicles X has a story. Unlike many Nintendo games, so I'm still pretty excited for it. But overall, the game I've been truly wishing for is not the game that we're going to get with Xenoblade Chronicles X. This is definitely more of an open world exploration-like game. Story is taking a back burner, you know what I'm saying? So overall, he wants to make a third game in the series, and that game will be the type of game like Xenoblade Chronicles. And that's definitely very exciting. We all know that will be coming for a very long time.